Yo, what's going on, my people? It's your boy Crooks the Great, and I'm back at you guys with another banger of a UFC 5 video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the most underrated striker in UFC 5 right now, and that is Calvin Kattar. Now, you're probably asking yourself, Crooks, what do you mean Calvin Kattar is underrated? And why I say he's underrated is because you don't see him used a lot in ranked championships. Right now in the featherweight division, you're seeing a lot of Conor McGregor's, a lot of Ilia Toporia's, a lot of Volkanovski's and Max Holloway's. But Calvin Kattar is a very, very solid, sneaky pick to use because he can stand and bang with a lot of the heavy hitters in this weight class. So here we're feinting out the jab. Now, for those of you guys that don't know a lot about Calvin Kattar, other than him getting battered by Max Holloway, unfortunately, he's a very, very good boxer. Him and Rob Font train out of the same camp in Boston, and both of these guys have some of the crispest and cleanest boxing in their respective divisions. So if you're looking for a boxer, Calvin Kattar is the way to go. So here we're cracking him with some nice, clean single shots. Not landing a ton of combinations yet, but that's kind of a theme you're going to see a lot in UFC 5 is people are going to have to work into combos. You're not just going to be able to just be launching combos whenever the hell you want. You have to set them up. So here we're playing some footsies. Nice jab right there by my opponent. We crack him right there with a clean straight into a calf kick. Nice slip straight, working the body nicely. And that's one thing that I'm finding out that I love about UFC 5 is the body work is so much more viable in this game than it was in UFC 4. Starting to really, really like it and hone in on working a lot of the body shots into my game now. So we're still just taking our time. Our opponent's hitting our block, but so far so good. We haven't eaten anything too heavy coming back. Still just taking our time, feinting the jabs off, going with some nice clean body hooks right there, feinting the straight. Still taking our time though. Right there, nice jab, uppercut breaks through, and we barely miss on the straight lead hook combination. But you see, Calvin Kattar's footwork is ridiculously fast too, man. He can get in and out of the pocket. He feels very, very fluid with his footwork, and his striking, his boxing just feels really nice. Right there, we cracked him with a clean jab lead hook. Hit him with a nice two-piece, hurt him right there. Now we're looking to drop him, but he did a good job of backing out of the pocket. But there was the 94 power that Calvin Kattar does have in his hands. So here we're still just taking our time, though. We're not rushing to finish because Ilia Topuria is really good at swinging the momentum. And that's going to be the end of the first round. Now, we did a good job of playing footsies and using Calvin Kattar's range to kind of fool Ilia Topuria into thinking, hey, you know what, they're going to step forward and throw this, but then we come with a nice clean body work. So here in the second round, we're going to try to work up to the head a little bit more and put him in the blender. And for those of you guys that don't know what the blender is, it's when you're mixing your opponent up high-low, so that way they can't read really what you're doing. Right there, we popped him with a nice straight. He hit us with a nice duck, but we caught him with a good uppercut. So notice the timing, guys. For those of you guys that watched my striking tutorials video yesterday, the timing on a lot of these strikes you guys see me landing with Kattar are at the right time and at the right distance. I'm hitting them at the optimal ranges for my strikes to do the most damage. So we're still just playing footsies. Managing distance really well, going down to the body with some nice body hooks, working it again with the nice straight lead body hook. And now we're mixing them up pretty nicely. But one thing about meta fighters in this game is their chins are going to allow them to last for a very long time. So we can't get too happy or too eager to get Ilia Topuria out of there. He clinches us up. Let's see if he tries to go for a takedown. He doesn't. So we're going to switch the cage position. Hit him with a nice slip straight. And we're working the body to the head. Crack him right there. Drop him with a nice three-punch combination. I'm going to knee him to the body, then to the head. And now we have him really right where we want him. So we're going to try not to let him off the hook. But he hit us with a nice clean pull counter. But we countered right there with a shot of our own and then drop him right there. Going for the finish here with Calvin Kattar, but we're not quite able to get it yet. We let him off the cage. Now we'll just put him in that mixer that we were talking about, the blender, and we get the clean KO with the lead body hook to rear body, or rear hook to the head. That's what we're looking for. But let's go ahead and jump into the second fight that I do have for you guys here on the video. Now here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are taking on an Alexander Volkanovski here in the second video. And these are two guys, Ilya and Volkanovski, that you're going to see quite a bit of in UFC 5. So I'm using them against fighters that meta fighters that you guys are going to see a lot of when you're fighting in featherweight. So it's going to prove the validity of what I'm saying going up against fighters like Ilya and Volkanovski. So here we're back to using the feints, popping out that nice jab. He misses on the teep kick. But notice how I'm not rushing to get to him. I'm kind of just feinting my way in, because the more you rush in UFC 5, the more I've noticed you get caught. So right here, we're not trying to rush anything. Nice slip straight. And we have my opponent backing up, which is really where we want him to be at, and he shoots for a single leg. That was pristine timing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to cap. I give credit where credit is due. So now this is where we could struggle a little bit. He's off of our back, but we are up against the cage right here. So we're going to be able to hit the down transition and get ourselves back up. Throws a nice knee. Another one. Now we got to circle off. Crack him right there with a clean little two-piece. Hit him with a nice calf kick into a body hook. Crack him right there with a clean straight lead uppercut. And I'm telling you, man, Calvin Kattar's, his combinations are just crazy. Nice head kick right there by my opponent, though. And now he has us in the corner. And this could be a little tricky. This could be a little tricky because he's mixing up, going to the body kick to the head kick. So we're just trying to take our time. Nice block break right there by my opponent, though. We got to fight back. And for those of you guys that are newer to the game, when you get pressured like that, sometimes you do have to fight back to get your opponent off of you. And that's what I would recommend you do if you have trouble with pressure fighters. And sometimes you just got to fight back. So right there, we cracked him with a good lead head kick. He's popping out a jab hook. He's going with like triple to quadruple hooks to the head. Nice body work by him right there, though. Mix it up high-low right there. And then, ooh, that crispy, clean combination right there with Calvin Kattar. It's just A1. It's A1. Right there, we blocked the switch kick. Hit him with a nice straight. Good duck underneath right there by my opponent, though. We hit him with a nice jab lead body hook into the straight body kick. And with 10 seconds left, we're trying not to eat anything heavy before this round ends, because this is our round. So that's going to be the end of the first round. We did some nice work to the head as well as to the body like we did against Ilya Topuria. We landed 63 of 107 shots. So we landed well over 50% of our total strikes in that round. Which, if you're landing over 50%, you're doing a really good job of touching your opponent and getting some nice damage off. So we're going to try to replicate that here in the second round. And we're off to a pretty good start already. But we just have to be careful not to rush and overcommit on too many combinations. Because the more you rush and the more you overcommit, the more chance you're going to get caught, like right there. That could have stunned us really bad, and we get caught again right there. And there's the quadruple fucking hooks that I was telling you guys about. It got him a crispy, clean knockdown right there onto the cage. And now we're in a little bit of trouble. But he let us off the hook, but he's firing some body hooks. So we're responding right there. But look at our body health is getting low because of how much damage we're eating right there. But we're fighting back. We're trying to push him up against the fence. and just change the momentum of this fight. But he's doing a good job of closing the distance with different kicks. I got to give him that. Feint to the body, feint in the straight. Crack him right there with a clean body hit kick as we move closer. Miss on the head kick. Now we switch to southpaw just to give him a different look. Now he's trying to throw some elbows. He's bobbleheading a little bit. We're still being able to break that block down. Miss on the lead hook. And now he's clinching just to reverse cage position. And that was a very smart thing for him to do, because we were going to smother him right there and cut the angle that he was trying to take off. So he pushes us up to the cage right there with the clinch. He clinches us up again, but we hit him with a nice hook as we escape. Nice lead body kick right there, though. So we switch back to orthodox. Blocked the body kick. Went with a nice body hook. And now we're going tit for tat with Volkanovski right here. So this is anybody's fight. Here he hit us with a nice knee, but we blocked the body knee. He misses right there on the teep. But there's another clean front kick to the face right there. And now we're fighting off of our back foot, but we could do some damage here too. Still just got to stay patient, because our nose is broken, but it's not severely compromised, but it is now. And he knocks us down with a crispy, clean jab straight combination that gets him the knockdown onto the cage. Now we're in a little bit of trouble right here. But look, he's starting to apply a crap ton of pressure. I'm going to try to take advantage of that. Right there, popped him with a clean straight. Hit him with a beautifully timed head kick as he tried to major lunge off to get the KO victory with Calvin Kattar. And that's what I was talking about. If you overcommit and put yourself in a bad spot, you're going to get put out. And look at this beautifully timed head kick that we landed. Bang, as he major lunged right into it with his block up. Got us the KO. But that's it for the video, guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to slap that subscribe button if you're new, as well as slap that like button. I do post UFC 4 content on this channel daily. But until the next video, guys, take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, afternoon, evening, depending on where you guys are watching this from. And I will see you guys in the next video.